happening, guys? So we're here for the massive game this season where we could pull 12 points clear, at least temporarily, in the table with our game at home. Premier League is back, guys. Arsenal versus Bournemouth at the Emirates Stadium. Now, we lost this fixture last year. Around about this time last year, we lost this fixture. We lost 2-1. You know, Bournemouth beating us for the first time. Like this manager has served us up some goofiness, yeah, all these years, yeah. You had the likes of all them small teams getting wins at the Emirates behind closed doors. You know what I mean? But last season, you got Bournemouth doing a double over us. Now, I'm in a better mood than I was, you know, pre-Sporting game, yeah. And I didn't even have us down to win this game. I honestly didn't. But I'm gonna be positive with this one. You know what I mean? I'm being positive with what my prediction is going to be for this game. Yeah, because end of the day, we still got a title to fight for. Yeah. This manager is under immense pressure. Yeah. Even though word on the streets, this guy is looking at an extension. Well, if he's looking at an extension, yeah, it better be because he won the league and the Champions League at the same time. You know what I mean? If like I said, you guys know where I am with this. You guys know that, you know, we could do better than this. Yeah. Anytime we've won league titles in our history, well, apart from the 30s, like we don't retain it. You know what I mean? We'll win it and then go years and years and years without winning it. So anybody that thinks that this guy, if he gets us over the line, that he's just going to dominate, you know what I mean? You're either stupid or naive or both. You know what I mean? But we've got Bournemouth. West Ham are playing Wolves right now, actually. It's 0-0. It's half an hour in, 0-0. If West Ham win that game, Spurs in the bottom three for the first time in the Premier League. They'll be in the relegation zone. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah. So, yeah. We've got Bournemouth at home. You know, it's a chance to pull 12 points clear temporarily of Man City because, you know, they play on Sunday. How dare you even speak about going 12 points clear after you being against the team in state? We can't win. Tired of fans like you, joke boys. Well, you see, here's the thing. What have I got on my side? Unfortunately. What have I got on my side? History. Under this manager. Yeah? That's what I've got. Yeah? My initial thought of this game is that we'll lose 2-0. Yeah? But I'm going to predict us to win this game. And I'll give my scoreline in a minute. Yeah? But my initial thought of this game was that we'd lose this game. That it'd be like the West Ham game when they beat us 2-0. But no. I wanted to be positive, you know, positive like I was when I said we'd win the EFL Cup. And because of that, we'd go on to win the league. Literally every time I've stated that if Arsenal do X, Y, and Z, I think we'll go on to win the league. They have failed me every single time. Yeah? But you're tired of fans like me. What you need to be tired of is that fans like me have been right. Yeah? That's what you need to be tired of. Not the actual fans themselves. You need to be tired of the fact that he said that we wouldn't and we didn't. That's what you need to be tired of. So you need to take it out on this guy here. See him there? That's the man you want to look at. Yeah? Never mind the fans who have said, well, I don't believe in this guy. You need to be tired of the guy that's proven us right. Yeah? Because you man are just waiting for this guy to get us over the line. You just want him to do it. Yeah? You just want him to do it. Make up your mind. Can we win or nah? Kiss my teeth. Anyway, I'm out. Waste of time. Well, Arsenal Spartan TV. Well, can we win or not? Well, In terms of this game, yes. Yeah. But let's just see if we're actually gonna get through this game and get through Man City and then push on for the rest and then win this league title. We'll see. But you know what's gonna happen now, guys, don't you? Yeah. Fans like this are gonna be, let's just say we get over the line, which we better do. Yeah. Fans like this are gonna come back and give it large. Yeah. They'll do that before celebrating. You know what I mean? How dare you even speak about going 12 clear, mate? After you've been against the team in state. We can't win. Tired of fans like you, mate. Joke boy. You know what I mean? I bet this guy wasn't here when I said we'd beat City in that cup final and then go on to win the league. I bet he wasn't there. Yeah? I bet he wasn't there. I bet he wasn't in here when I said that.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
You know what I mean? I bet he wasn't here when I said that. You know what I mean? How dare you know? You got man like Arsenal Spartan TV who did a drive-by comment. And it was like, I'm out, mate. I'm out. Can't handle fans like you. You know what I mean? Make up your mind, mate. Are we going to win or not? Well, the main question, that needs to be posed onto the manager. This guy's talking about bring your breakfast and bring your lunch. Early kickoff, and man's saying bring your breakfast and lunch. Yeah? Man's giving it large about how important this game is. Where was that for the cup final? That wasn't here for the cup final. You know what I mean? Where was all that for the cup final? Guys, you need you guys. Where was that for the cup final? Where was that against Southampton? Yeah? But I'm being positive and I'm saying, no, you know what? I'm being positive. I think we'll beat Bournemouth. Even though I did say initially I had us down to lose this game, but I'm being positive. And then you get fans like this coming in saying, how dare you even speak about going 12 clear after you've been against a team in state where you can't win? Tired of fans like you. You know what I mean? I've been stating for years this manager ain't good enough to get us over the line. And so far, he's proven me right. You need to be angry at that. You know what I mean? Man do a drive-by comment. Yeah? And it's like, I'm out. Waste of time, man. You know what I mean? These be the guys sucking what they can out of this manager, you know? Telling you.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Anyways, yeah. Now that the drive-by is done now, you know what I mean? He did a 2-2-bit drive-by and dipped. He didn't want to stay for, you know what I mean? He didn't want to stay for none of that. Let's just get into this match preview, yeah? We're 12. I'm going to say we're 12. We're 9 points clear with City having a game in hand, yeah? Looks like City are going to be waiting a long time before they can play that game in hand with Crystal Palace because they're comfortably still in the Europa Conference, yeah? So that game is going to be quite important, you know what I mean? Because it's like, well, Palace might have one eye on the Conference League. You know what I mean? Obviously, City are trying to win the league title. You got even City fans begging Chelsea, oh, let us win, mate. You know what I mean? That's how far City have fallen off. You know what I mean? You would have thought these men would be calm. They just beat us in a cup final. They'll be calm now. Oh, well, we know what to do now. All we have to do is just keep winning. But they're not even sure about that they'll keep winning. That's why they're looking at other teams like, will you please let us beat you, mate? You know what I mean? So this is a chance for us to go 12 clear. And like I said, a chance to go push 12 clear. But you've got this fanny talking about how dare you speak about going 12 clear after you've been against the team in state we can't win. You know what I mean? It's literally a chance to go 12 clear, and this is what the man.
I've seen him do it. Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Honestly, but it's a chance to push 12 clear. Yeah, it's not a pull back 9 clear because we're playing first. Yeah, we're playing before Man City. They're playing on Sunday. Yeah, it is a chance. let's see now what he can do with it. Yeah, because my next statement of me thinking we'd win the league, beat Bournemouth, beat City, I think we'll win the league. Now let's see if this man can deliver. Yeah, because literally so far, every time I've said if we do this, I think this means we win the league. He failed every single time. Yeah, failed every single time. So let's see if he can do it. The division's longest unbeaten run belongs to Bournemouth, whose 11-game stretch without a Premier League defeat, winning 4, drawing 7, is their joint longest ever. The Cherries still languish in the bottom half, owing 5 successive draws therein, but the result either way looks likely here, given the North Side has drawn 6 successive Premier League matches since November 2009. So, yeah, there's been a shit ton of draws from Bournemouth. Players that will not play will, according to this, Eze, Nkapie, Moreno will not play. But man like Big H has been back in training. Like Eze's back in training and everything. You know what I mean? There's talks that word on the streets is that Moreno could be back before the season ends. And in all fairness, we've missed how clutch this guy has been. Yeah. We might not rate him as the best player that we can field out, but there's elements of Moreno that we have missed. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Questionables, Odegaard, Saka, Timber, and Trossard. But all them but Saka and Timber, I believe, were in training from what I see. I backed us all year and still do, of course, I'm biased. But you get fans that want to pipe up now because it's like, oh, well, first you didn't back them, and now I'm saying that you back them, make up your mind, mate. You know what I mean? These men are just flatline with their belief. They're just going to believe one thing and that's it. You know what I mean? If we lose 5-0 tomorrow, they'll be like, oh, but we'll still win league. Like, nothing like that would concern these men. You know what I mean? But yeah, so in terms of players, in fact, not Bournemouth have drawn the last 5. Jesus Christ. Arsenal have won the last 3. Our last 5 games, Arsenal won 3, lost 2. Both of them being in cups. Yeah, one of them being a final. So our record against Bournemouth. Last time we played them, we won 3-2 at Bournemouth. Before that, we lost 2-1 at the Emirates. Last time we played them at the Emirates. And before that, we actually lost 2-0 at Bournemouth as well. I'm not going to count friendlies. I don't give a shit about friendlies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Arsenal have won 1, 2, 3 of the last 5, losing 2 against Bournemouth. Yeah. The last time Bournemouth beat us before last season was quite a long time. Oh, it was in the Premier League in 2018. They beat us 2-1 on 14th of January 2018. Beat us at their ground. So their win against us at the Emirates was also their first time ever beating us at the Emirates. So the last time Bournemouth lost a game, apart from the FA Cup, because they lost against Newcastle in the FA Cup, was against us. It was actually against us. Their last defeat was against Arsenal. Since then, they've only lost 1 game in the Premier League in 2026, 2 in all comps. But they've drawn a shit ton. They beat Liverpool, beat Wolves, and beat Everton, and drawn against all those teams. And obviously they finished off. Well, I know that they beat Tottenham as well. After we beat Bournemouth. So yeah, I would say last time out, we beat Sporting in our last game, lost against Southampton in the Cup, lost against City in the Cup, beat Leverkusen in the Champions League, and beat Everton in the Premier League. So yeah, it's happening. Mel. I'm not gonna try butcher names because I can. It could just sound. It could just sound all way off and everything. You know what I mean? But yeah, chance to pull 12 clear, so you've got a game in hand, of course. But this would put massive pressure on, say, in the Premier League, we've won our last 4, drawing 1. Only lost 3 games all season, drawn 7, won 21. So a win tomorrow sends the message: look, City, this ain't gonna be easy. You have to try and keep up with us. Yeah, it's the least we can fucking do. Since though we had that happen. Yeah. This guy going to get his runners up medal and everything like that had to walk past Josh Kroenke like fam. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. That's the look of a guy who's looking at him like fam, you're on thin ice. You know what I mean? There should be no entertainment of no contracts shit. No, nothing like that. You know what I mean? Plenty of twists and turns to come yet for us and say, yeah, there is. But the score prediction for tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a watch along for it as well. So I'll be here for 12:15. I'll be here. I'm going with a 2-0 win for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Initially, I had it down as Bournemouth to win 2-0, but I'm going positive with this one. I'd like to say that these players are going to get their head down and push on. You know what I mean? That's what I'd like to say. Rod's going with 2-1. I'd like to say that that we're going to win 2-0. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going with a 2-0 win. Goal scorers. I'm going to tip Gyökeres to get one of the goals. You know what I mean? I'm going to tip Gyökeres. In terms of a starting lineup, it's of course going to be Raya in goal. Man like Big Dave. You know what I mean? So it looks like it'll be Ben White at right back because he's. I don't think we're going to play Mosquera, Sliwa, and Gabriel at the same time now. I think it's going to be Ben White at right back. Then it's going to be Sliwa and Gabriel in the centre pairings, and then on the left, I'm going to assume Calafiori is going to be there. Unless he rushes Big H back in, if Calafiori just happens to not be available. In fact, let me go on to the Arsenal website because all man have been spotting in training and shit. You know what I mean? So team news. So Ezra's back in training in contention for the game. Saka and Timber missed out on the games by edging closer to full fitness. Obviously, Moreno's still out. Nkapie pictured back in training after sitting out the last couple of matches since the international break. So that's what we know about those. So the back line will be the same. I'm going to assume. That's probably what I'd go with, in all fairness. And then the midfield got Rice, Zubimendi, and it's going to be Odegaard that's going to start in it. But if Ezra's fit to start, I'd start Ezra in midfield. If he's fit to start, and then the front three, I want to see Dalman on the right, Glock in the middle, and I'd go with Trossard on the left, and have Martinelli be the guy that you can bring on again. I'd go with that for this game, and that team's good enough to see out Bournemouth. Bournemouth, they can't win a game for shit. These men keep drawing games. You know what I mean? This is a chance for us to go 12 clear. There's no excuses. No excuses, guys. No excuses. But anyways, that's that for the match preview. But there's a couple of things I want to react to. Yeah, I'm going to start off with Dan Potts, football's 12th man. Arsenal debate, panel debate, Arteta's future. So before I do that, I'm going to get a drink and then I'll come back. So I'm going to leave you guys with the usual commercial break and I'll be back up because my mouth is quite dry. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
To achieve what we want, but
I know we can't keep you long, so I'll be enthusiastic about what's to come and what the potential of this club is with the work you're doing.
yeah, more than ever, because I see them daily. I see how hungry they are, the quality, the talent, but most importantly, the connection that we have within the club and how much we are willing to do whatever it takes to win for this football club.
Stop the cap.
And obviously, all the people that support our football club. So it's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we will do all our best.
What?
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we will do all our best.
Say it again.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we will do all our best.
Say it again. I double dare you, motherfucker.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we will do all our best.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient.
Shut the fuck. Shut.
Fucking through. Fuck off. Anyways, guys, let's react to some of this. Let's talk about this. Sick of them sweatsuits and corny hats. Let's talk about it. So we got Dan Potts. We've got Brandon. I think that's Sophie, her name is, boat captain. Obviously, Lee Gunner, aka Graham Potter wannabe. We've got Stricto, aka Stricto Strict, aka 7 locations. And we got Kenny Ken. Yeah. So this is about the discussion of Arteta's future, because it's like Stricto is going to argue that why is it even a discussion right now? We're in a good position, blah blah blah. So let's just get into it, and then but first, got to cue the music.
It's madness to talk about a success at this stage of the season.
Brother, it's so crazy. I'm just listening to you lot, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you lot talking about? Respectfully, and it's not even an Arteta thing.
Right, it's business. It's a business. You have to have succession plans. If you want success, a business has years of a business plan. It's not stupid conversation to suggest that people's opinions are stupid, because they're not. We're having a conversation, a hypothetical conversation about what could potentially happen. Mikel could walk away himself at the end of the season. He could be given a new contract. We don't know the relationship between him and the players, if that's strong enough to keep going. It's not a stupid conversation at all.
Sophie, I said, I don't know what the fuck you lot are talking about.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What's going on, Sophie?
No, what's going on with you?
I don't think I've ever heard you swear, by the way.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I've watched this already. Yeah, there is points where Stricto says something and Sophie feels like it's aimed at her. Like she takes it very personally. Yeah, because Stricto would just make a blanket statement, and she feels that it applies to her. You know what I mean? Well, let's just hear some more.
Sophie's on smoke. I don't think I've ever.
But explain why you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, Strict.
Explain why.
To suggest you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Suggest that it's stupid. It's just a silly comment.
I think the problem is Stricto's not ready for this conversation, right? And that's fair. Some people are not.
It's business. It's business.
Some people are not ready for the conversation, right? But at some point, this conversation has got to happen.
That's the thing. Like fans like Stricto, Egal, and all them, they are not ready for the conversation of looking at the future ahead without Arteta. They're not ready for that conversation because, I mean, like they want Arteta to be here forever. Like if Arteta says I'm signing a 10-year deal, they'll have no problem with it. know what I mean? They'll have no problem at all with this man being here for an extra 10 years, regardless of what he does. I'm not believing this shit where, oh, if we don't get over the line, we'll have to talk about it then. No, because you said that 2 years running. Yeah? Back in the 2024, if you didn't win it, it was, oh, we have to have the conversation about it. Basically, you're going to make an excuse to keep him. Yeah? Last season, he lost out to Arne Slot. We had Egal that was saying about how, Arteta should be sacked if he loses the league title to him. But then the injuries was the excuse. You know what I mean? The goalpost is going to move either way. Just think about it this way. If we miss out on the league title and get to the Champions League final and don't win that, the fact that we got to the Champions League final would be the main pedal as to why we should still keep him. I'm telling you right now. I know what these men are like.
Stop it. Get some help.
I know what these men are like. That Strict is the guy who also threw his season ticket, by the way. Yeah. I know. I even see it when he did that.
Him do it.
You know what I mean?
This is the problem. It's like even people like me who support Mikel right now. Okay,
it's mistimed. The conversation is so mistimed. Like we've just had a victory last night. We've got a game against Bournemouth. I'm here. We're talking about succession.
What are you going to talk about? The same boring tactics we've been seeing all season. That's not going to change.
It's crazy to me. It's respectfully. I'm going to use the word that you use. Stupid talk. I don't care who's offended by it. It's stupid talk. Why are we having this conversation? Like I don't get. I never want to say.
I'll explain. Mikel Arteta has been at the club.
I know what you're saying.
But
Sophie.
hold on, you don't understand. So I was trying to help you understand.
I just think it's ridiculous. Maybe that's a. What
was it I said in particular that was ridiculous to you?
Oh, Sophie, I didn't single you out. I said the conversation that everyone here is having is the word I used. I didn't single you out. Do you feel singled out?
Well, we're talking.
I never meant.
This is what I mean about how Stricto says something and she feels attacked by it. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't singling out anybody. He was just talking about the conversation in general.
Each other. So I just was wondering.
No,
man, like send locations, you know.
I never mentioned you. I think half the time I was listening. I'm gonna lie. Half the time I was listening, I kind of did switch off because I was like, "What are we talking about here?" Like it's crazy. I understand.
I'm sure people switch off a lot when you're talking as well.
You think this would be?
Probably do, Sophie. Sophie, if you're trying to get me into like some back and forth with you, I'm respectfully your favourite.
Do you know the easiest way to quantify this is we had Aaron Ramsdale in goal. We had Aaron Ramsdale in goal, and we signed David Raya.
The team is doing
because he was better than Aaron Ramsdale.
And I was so wrong about that.
I'm not happy about getting knocked out, but to have these conversations is mad. It's
no, speak so. Real talk here. We had Aaron Ramsdale in goal, and we went and bought Raya. Yeah, and people were singing when we were playing Tottenham. Yeah, and he conceded a goal, and they were singing Ramsdale's name while Raya was conceding a goal. But Raya, we can all agree, is better than Ramsdale, right? We can all agree that, and I don't even think Raya is that good.
I was so.
Now I want to whisk through a little bit, because
that's why I don't quite understand where everyone's with this. Oh, we might. What we saying here? Like we've literally been playing free flowing football. Yeah.
When?
What do you mean when? 21.
Yeah, you're talking 5 years ago, Stricto.
Last season was okay football. It wasn't as great as this season, but I'll take this. We've had this conversation, all of us here.
But it's gone backwards and we haven't been getting over the line. To be not getting over the line and the football getting worse, that's the problem. How is it that you're not getting over the line, but the football is getting worse? Got to start coming off. How is it we're not getting over the line and the football's getting worse? Like, if you win playing this stinky football, I'm here for it. Yeah, we all are. Yeah, this haram ball or whatever you want to call it. But the fact of the matter is when we played at our best, we still didn't win anything, and then we just gotten worse. We got to a cup final. Look how. The way we've been playing it, we've been complaining about. We did it in the cup final. We had no idea. We had run out of ideas. You know what I mean? Can we have one day of peace in the community? Big up to Karma, Serene. I hope I've said your name right. I might have butchered it. I don't know. But yeah, I've done my match preview already, so I'm just doing some reactions just to finish off. But yeah, I've got some Captain Uncle 1836 says terrorist football. Yeah, the haram ball. You know. But anyways, we get back into, you know, there's more peace on this one anyway. There's not, it's not beef like the other night.
Who will take the trophy over anything else?
Facts.
Yeah, and we're on our way to the Premier League. Yeah,
but if you don't win it, are you ready for another season this next season?
Then that's a different conversation. But
because
see, they said that 2 years ago. If you don't win league, mate, well, it's a conversation for when we get there. And what's going to happen, like I said, they're going to come up with something else. It's what they do. Literally, they were saying this a couple of years ago. 2023 at the end of it, oh, we'll have a conversation. 2024, oh, we'll have a conversation. 2025. Literally, they've been saying this. You know what I mean? They've been saying this all this time. We'll have the conversation if that happens. I've seen him do it.
Because all the players that we've got out injured are our best players, and the ones that are stepping in are shit.
The seat that I'm sitting in right now, my team is top of the table, 9 points clear, potentially could be 12 on Saturday. Yeah. Why is it my owners for
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
What?
I know you're not telling me that West Ham are winning. I know you... Oh! Oh! Oh my days, West Ham are winning, you know. I believe we'll win the league, but bro, I'm not confident for the next couple of league fixtures. Personally, I've tipped us to beat Bournemouth 2-0. Initially, I had Bournemouth down as the ones to beat us 2-0, but I thought, you know what? Now I'm going to go positive with this one because I'd like to believe that what we saw against Sporting, they're going to bring that over to the Premier League now. Even though it wasn't the best of performances, but you know, I'm just going to believe that these man, you've got last 7 games. That these men are gonna be like, fam, we're homed in now. We're all in. Mavropanos doing his part again. Oh, is it Mavropanos? Oh, man, I didn't check who scored. Jesus. The thing is, this is the thing, right? I think even though they're playing at Sunderland on Sunday, I've just got a feeling Spurs are going to beat them. Let's be honest. Be honest. Everyone that's in here now, yeah, be honest. Don't you think it's a bit too good to be true that Spurs would go down? Oh yeah, it's going to be a very nervous one, but I just had a bad feeling like I did before City in Southampton. Yeah, we better beat Bournemouth. You know what I mean? But I think it's a bit too good for that Spurs will go down, you know. You know what I mean? I think they'll beat Sunderland. Because Sunderland, I think they've lost about 2 home games now. Everyone really is expecting Sunderland to just beat Tottenham. And probably Sunderland themselves are thinking, well, everybody else beat Tottenham, so we should beat Tottenham. And that's where I think that De Zerbi might get it together. I've got a feeling he'll lose against Brighton, though. His former club. I've got a feeling they'll probably lose that game. But West Ham, I just don't know if West Ham are going to keep this up. But I've never had Spurs to go down. I've always said that I think they'll survive. You know what I mean? Because what's around them is no better. But anyways, let's get back into this. Because at the end of this, Kenny Ken dropped some bombs of facts, yeah? So let's
for my team to be playing the best football. It's for everyone else to try to
No,
overstep
the best
me.
football is winning football.
And that's what the
Yeah,
football
and we're
is.
winning.
And
yeah?
we're winning. So,
and I just said that. So you're going back the other way for no reason. Yeah. If he wins the league this season, I said League Cup. You man are all just not you personally, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I said if he wins the League Cup, give him another contract. If he wins the Champs, give him a statue. Yeah, but I'm.
But you see, if he won the League Cup and only the League Cup, I'd still get rid of him. Like I said, I'm probably one of the most negative fans, because, like I said, if he gives me the league and the Champions League, then I'll be out to him. I would say, okay, let's see what you can do next season. Yeah, but any one trophy, I'm sorry, but I do agree though. If he wins the Champions League, he deserves a statue. I'll help build it. Yeah, but then it's like, fam, you did the best you can. But either way, even if he wins the double, I would still say, you know what? If he does leave on a high, it's probably for the best. Yeah, we don't have a track record of winning the league title and then just blitzing from there. My prediction is they'll stay up. But God, I absolutely love it. My cousin supports Spuds and threatened to shank me last year. Oh my days! What the hell's going on?
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
Threatened to shank you. Now I can see it. What, you can see Spurs going down? I can't. I honestly, I can't. I can't see him going down. But I hope they do, but I just can't see it.
Negative. Yeah, just win.
You're going the other way. You're going the other way now, Lee. You're going the other way with that.
Now you're definitely making me sound like Lee Gunner 2.0, because I said even if he wins the league, I'd still get rid of him.
Yeah, so did Jezza. So have a few other people. I've seen people in the chat before on other streams. Yeah, it's like, if he wins the Champions League, give him a statue. He's the first manager to do it at our club. Yeah. But Aaron, bless up Aaron, he was at Wembley. He's walking out the ground and people going, it don't matter, we'll win the league anyway. Well, if it don't matter, why'd you waste your time going there then?
And that's the thing. You got Arsenal fans. They felt okay losing that League Cup final because, it's less games, mate. It's one less game done, and we still only lost 3 games in the league, mate. And we can just concentrate on the league, mate, because the league. And you got former legends of this club, former players, that have won this competition, that are trying to say, well, it don't really matter anyway, because the most important one is to win the league. It's like, well,
battery low.
It's like, fam, we haven't won this competition since '93. I was 3 years old when we won this competition. I don't know anything about winning that league competition. Only one Arsenal manager in history has won that competition. I'm astounded by how much this fan base disrespects that competition. When you look at the history behind it, you would think we have about 18 League Cups to our name. Yeah, that we blitzed for decades League Cups. Yeah, you have the space of 1953 to 1970 where we didn't win a league title. Yeah, didn't even win a League Cup in there. No League Cups were won in that period. Didn't win our first League Cup in history until 1987. 6 years later, we won our second. Since then, we've been to a shit ton of finals. I mean, it's just embarrassing that this fan base, that they're just down talks the League Cup like that. Oh, it don't matter, mate, because we'll league title anyway, mate. You know what I mean?
Dan, you was there.
Yeah, I couldn't
There's people around you saying the same, right?
Yeah,
it don't matter. Well, why are you there then?
They'll go one further, Lee, saying, do you know what? This might be a blessing. We don't have to play Man City in the semi-final. Less games. I'm thinking, what are we doing here? What was the point of spending, like, however many bills you spent on the ticket then? Like, it's just mad.
Do you know what the maddest thing is for me, Dan? Yeah? After 6 years of waiting for this guy to get past the semi, he finally got Viagra. He gets to the final. Yeah, he gets to a final, and that's what they showed up with. They didn't have 2 weeks off, and then we turn up at Southampton like that.
That's what I mean.
Like, come on, man. And the thing is, we have only lost 5 games. Yeah, but when
do you know that most businesses, most organizations position from improve from a position of strength. The best organizations in the world improve from a position of strength. And just to wrap up this with Stricto, there is no harm in discussing what Arsenal's position of strength could be and who that could involve. Nothing more, nothing less.
I think it's just mistimed on Sophie. I think it's
But when is the good time, Stricto? Because
good time, wait till the end of the season. That's the perfect
okay,
time.
and then
there'll never be a good time. He says the end of the season. Yeah. He'll say the end of the season, but again, if this manager don't get over the line, these men are going MIA. I'm telling you.
end of the season, there's no fans in the ground. Then it's World Cup. Yeah, then it's transfer season. Then it's we've got new players. Let's go again.
No,
but the club are having these discussions. The owners are having these discussions internally as well.
Every business, Sophie, like you said, every business has a succession plan at some point. Whether the stakeholders, the board, whatever. Cool. But I think that even those businesses know when to have these conversations. I just think
these businesses are having these conversations all the time.
But we are fans. We are not involved in what goes on in the boardroom. We are not involved in
Is everybody wanting Fabregas as the next manager? Is that what everybody's on? I'm personally not for it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm personally not for it. But that's maybe because I've got PTSD of this fucking guy behind me. Yeah. I want somebody who's not only won titles, but they've won a Champions League or at least been to a Champions League final. I'm not interested in having Fabregas, especially if this guy fails and then we get Fabregas. I'm definitely not for it. I'm not, because I know Fabregas is going to get a shit ton of time at this club, yeah. And he Fabregas could walk in, yeah, and have us flirt with the idea, yeah, of doing something. But if he doesn't deliver, especially not right away, he's going to get years at this club. And for all we know, he might be another one of him. Yeah? He might be. But maybe he'll go Chelsea or something and he'll kill it there. And then we'll be thinking, maybe we should have took him. You know what I mean? Not my pick. Don't want any more rookies with sentimental value. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't want that. Don't want none of that. Good evening, YG. Ain't nowhere, not everywhere. I want Fabregas. Yeah, I don't want it. I've seen a gang of Arsenal fans talking about, get Fabregas. I don't want him. You know what I mean? What's that? What's the film now? I'm struggling to think, but there's a film where I can't remember now. Can't remember. But it's just basically when somebody's gone through something and then that's what I'm thinking of actually. The program that used to come on in the 80s called Prisoner Cell Block H. Yeah. Don't know if any of you are familiar with it. Australian program. Really good. It ran from 1979 to 1986. But it's about 692 episodes. I can remember that because I've seen them all. But there's a point in the series where a male officer he killed an inmate in the program, and then after all that was done, and obviously the male officer was dealt with, blah blah blah. There was a new male officer that came in, and one of the characters was scared of the male officer because she assumed that he was like the other one. That's what I'm getting with Fabregas. That's what I'm getting with him. I look at Fabregas and I'm seeing this guy. Yeah? And I'm like, no. I've seen you before. You know what I mean? Even though Fabregas might be doing bits at wherever he's at. Sorry. And I need some improvement. Like, I've been been there, worn t-shirt, everything. No more ex-players, Arteta was media, and Top Gun has happily given 6 trophies years. They'll give Fab's life to that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm not here for that. Cell Block H, yeah. Yeah, you could. They're on YouTube. I don't know if they're all still on there episode for episode, but I rewatched them all on YouTube years ago. Watched all of them, all 692 episodes. They were on YouTube. Yeah, B. Smith and them. I'll add that to the watch list. Trust me, it's good. 692 episodes there is. No chance getting manager experience. Yeah, don't want Fabregas. I mean, no one in.
We're the biggest thing at the club.
We talk
because without
about
us, there is no football club.
So that's why the conversation is irrelevant.
No, there is. So
because
respectfully, yeah.
For instance, let me say,
you've been to enough games. Yeah? We've all been to enough games, right?
High standards.
The reason Wenger left this football club is because the stadium was empty, mate.
Stop watching Arsenal. Yeah, if you want to watch if you want high standards, if you want to keep up with the high standards, stop watching Arsenal.
This is that stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Boy, you sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
If you want high standards, stop watching Arsenal. What does that say about his mentality when it comes to Arsenal? You know what I mean? If you want high standards, stop watching Arsenal. Okay, let me translate that into other situations. Yeah. If you want a handsome boyfriend, don't look at me. You know what I mean? Let me try and think of something else. If you want somebody that has a nice car, don't look at me. Yeah? You know what I mean? What you're saying about yourself, if you're going to say, well, don't come to me. You know what I mean? If you want high standards, don't watch Arsenal. So we're supposed to keep our standards in the flat line. This is Arsenal Football Club, yeah? Moved into the Emirates Stadium from Highbury, where all our history was made, yeah? Emirates era, we've got FA Cups, 4 FA Cups, yeah? Highbury was where the league titles was at, yeah? We were told we're going to compete with the best of them. And man are out here saying, if you want high standards, don't watch Arsenal. You know what I mean?
I beg your pardon?
Couldn't write it, could you? You just couldn't. I mean, it seems like the only logical choice at the moment, if and when, I'd take Hansi Flick as well. But we know what Egal's going to say about that, don't we? Oh, Hansi Flick lost overnight to Atletico Madrid, mate. We beat him 4-0. Told you Arteta's better than him. You know what I mean? I'm seeing all this other shit on social media. Arteta's the only manager to beat Vincent Kompany in the Champions League. Yeah. Well done. He was also unbeaten at Wembley as a player and manager. When he got back to Wembley this year, yeah, for a cup final, he lost. When it mattered the most, he didn't get over the line. Yeah? And that's the problem. Arteta does all these wonderful things that mean nothing in the end. Oh, he's the first manager to do this. Oh, he got Arsenal to get more wins than the Invincibles, mate. Get more goals than Invincibles, mate. He does all that but win a trophy. Literally does everything but win a trophy. So, if we get to the Champions League final, and it's Bayern Munich that we get in the Champions League final, hypothetically, yeah? Everybody's going to be peddling how Arteta's the only man to beat Vincent Kompany in the Champions League, yeah? And that's going to get peddled all through the running up to that final. Just like Arteta being unbeaten at Wembley was peddled all throughout the campaign of the EFL Cup, yeah? Well, at least leading up to that final, yeah? It's going to be the same thing again. And the toxic positives are going to follow suit. Oh, Arteta beat Kompany already, mate. So he's definitely winning Champions League now. That's what's going to happen. Yeah? All these irrelevant shit that means nothing. When I need it the most, deliver it. Yeah? I don't want to hear shit about Arteta's the only manager to beat Vincent Kompany in the Champions League. If he meets him in the final and he beats him again, then I'm here for it. Yeah? Because every time I've seen these records being broken, these stats and everything like that would point towards, or surely he'd win then, he doesn't win. He's good at breaking records without actually winning. He's been doing this for years. It's this season or bust with Arteta, because with the same team, even the new manager and 2 minor signings, like we'll start first season, do we win? No. Yeah, just imagine next season. Imagine if we don't get over the line. Imagine next season. But then, even if we win the league, if we just win the league as well, next season, what's this manager going to do? Just remember, he won the FA Cup and did fuck all since. Couldn't dominate that. You couldn't dominate the FA Cup. If you want a cooked meal, don't pay your equipment. If you want a nice cooked meal, don't come to me. Flick is my main choice. True IG, we love the side quest trophies more than the majors. Oh, this whole, I want majors only, mate. You know what I mean?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
We're not talking about how we play. We're talking about the business part of the game. We're not talking about our style of play now.
Us as fans can do other than watch the team and talk about.
No, you can call the club out.
Why do you go on shows to have discussions? What do you talk about when you go on shows? Don't we talk about all the arcs and threads of the game?
We can talk about that, but when you're talking about the business side of it, there's nothing you, Sophie, can do, nothing Brandon can do, Dan, Lee, me.
So why do we talk about transfers then? Why do we waste our time talking about transfers?
We don't have the say. What are we doing here? Is the board that has to say?
We're just going to go around in circles, and I really don't want to do that. So let's just agree to disagree.
You're having a business conversation that none of us have ever been privy to sit around the board.
Yeah, when he loses them home fans, the game's done, mate. Yeah, when he loses them home and away fans, the game's over. Yeah, you guys have all been there. Kenny, you go every week. Sophie, you've been games. Brandon, Dan, yeah, Stricto, me, some of the chat. When he loses them home fans, it's game over, mate. We've seen this with Arsene Wenger. Yeah. And let's be real, that guy in his worst 5 years, or last 5 years, sorry, was better than this manager in the 5-6 years he's been here in terms of trophies.
Facts.
When he loses them fans at the stadium, it's game over, bro. Which is why every time he's in a press conference,
why hasn't he loved them?
Because he talks to them like children.
No,
the fire in the belly, guys.
Why hasn't he lost them?
This is a light bulb, guys. We need the energy.
You know why I haven't lost the fans yet? It's because him getting those second place finishes, him basically, it's like a man that thinks a stripper is in love with him because she's dancing on him. Yeah? He's in that loop of believing, well, because the stripper's giving me some attention, there must be a chance I can get in there. That's what this fan base is. That's what Arteta is, the stripper that's giving a lot. Oh, it's 2-0. Oh, bitch. Oh, Jesus. West Ham are beating Wolves 2-0. Jesus. Yeah, he did. He brought that. You know what I mean? He's moving like these bold Dutch managers out here. But yeah, as I was saying, Arteta is like the stripper. He leads you to believe. Oh, 3-0. Oh my days, it's 3-0. Spurs, you got some work cut out for you now. You got some work cut out for you now. Oh my days. Let me just have a look at that table. Jesus. Let me just quickly have a look at that table. Standings. Lovely stuff. West Ham on 32 points. Tottenham on 30 points with the game in hand right now as they play on Sunday. Jesus. Well, we don't need to think about Burnley. They're 10 points behind Spurs anyway. So, yeah, this Forest are playing. Let me see when are Forest playing. Let me check when Forest are playing and who they're playing. Let me see. No, they're playing Aston Villa. I'm going to tip Forest to win that because, actually, no, they both played midweek, didn't they? It's probably going to be a draw. But yeah. Jesus. 3-0, you know. Oh, Jesus. 3-0. I hope they go down. I just don't think they will. But anyways, let's get back into this video. As I was explaining, that Arteta's like the stripper. Yeah, that leads man to believe that there's still a chance. You know what I mean? That's what he's done.
Why hasn't he lost the fans? 3 consecutive second place.
Why hasn't he lost the fans?
Why hasn't he lost the fans?
They're happy being back in a conversation, Stricto. Yeah,
So
they're happy not getting mugged off 2-6-0.
Are the fans who pay $2,000 a season ticket, some pay more, yeah, they're happy with what Mikel said? Is that what you're suggesting? The fans are
There's a lot of people that are happy with him. There's an awful lot of people that ain't happy with him that go games. But he's lost them, yeah, but he ain't lost the majority yet.
Why this conversation has reared its head, Stricto, too, is because of the cup performances.
Fact.
So when you have failure in the domestic trophy in the domestic cups, I'm not saying I wanted to see Declan Rice play. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about a results-driven business that needs ROI, a return on investment, right? They've invested a lot in Mikel. I don't want to fire Mikel. As a business person, I'm saying, okay, where am I getting my ROI here? You get to a cup final against Manchester City. You have all of the opportunity to change the game in the second half when you're faced with 4 Jon Snows coming at you over and over and over again, right? And he didn't do anything to affect the game. He just made subs. He didn't do anything intricately. So fans like me who've backed him, like who weren't for him and then have been going all the chips in on him and especially embrace the way we play in the Premier League just to get points versus performance and win this bloody thing. In the cups, in one-off games, you just need something a little bit different. And he was given the opportunity to stand up against Pep and show that his time is now. And he missed the moment.
And
he had an opportunity
and he we're taking over now.
And he had
facts. To finish Pep off and say we're taking over now. And like Sophie said, the time is now. That's what I was saying. And look how he did us. Look how he did us. And meanwhile, running up to that final, Arteta's unbeaten at Wembley, mate, as a player's manager. And look how it played out. I don't want to hear nothing about what Arteta's done that's impressive. Win trophies. You know what I mean? Win some damn trophies, man. I mean, because we're doing everything but that. We do all this goofy shit in training. Do all this. Oh, Arteta's got this planned out now. You know what I mean? But the trophies are here. Honestly, we are a laughing stock. You know what I mean?
Had an opportunity to redeem himself in Southampton at Southampton. He had the opportunity to redeem himself, and he didn't do it then. So that's why some fans are having the question. Hold on, let me finish. Let me just finish. Let me finish. That's why some fans are questioning in the big moments, one-off games, when the moment is now and the spotlight is on us. Can Mikel close? Can he get it over the line? Sophie. And that's why some fans are having that conversation. And I think it's fair because in the big moment, in a space of 2 weeks, we failed.
Okay, Sophie, you wanted Jurgen Klopp at the club. Your earlier monologue, right?
Yes, I said.
How many finals did Klopp lose at Liverpool?
But
how many did he get to?
Okay, so the point is too, though. But why? Okay.
The easiest way, see, I don't like when people don't simplify conversations. Yeah, he asked the question straight up, aka send locations. Yeah, he asked the question: how many finals did Klopp lose? I mean, like, I know what Stricto's getting at. Yeah, but you see that team that Klopp took over? It was impressive in itself that he got them to 2 cup finals in the same season. Not even this manager so far has been able to get Arsenal to 2 cup finals in the same season. The last manager to do that, George Graham. But he won both of his. Yeah.
Okay.
He got to 2 in his first season with
hold on. Sophie, just
yes, and he lost to Unai Emery in semis and stuff. Like, I get it, but he won.
Yeah,
he won the Premier League and he won the Champions League.
And that's the main thing. Klopp was a winner. He may have lost finals leading up to when they started winning stuff. The point of the matter is this manager got a shit ton of money after winning the FA Cup. Yeah, and he's got us to. He's won 50% of the cup finals he's played in. Yeah. With the money he spent, how much he was backed, he should have been matching or exceeding Klopp. He's not even outdone Ten Hag, for fuck's sake. He ain't even outdone Eric Ten Hag.
How many finals did he lose? Because
how many did he get to?
Arteta's 2-1.
I see what you're trying to do here, because I've selected Jurgen Klopp to be.
He got to 2 in his first season with Jay Spearing in midfield, mate. What are you talking about?
Sophie, go on, Sophie.
I see what you're trying to do with the Jurgen Klopp thing. I'm choosing Jurgen Klopp because I've seen him win and close. Right? So why do we go to his failures? Why are we going to his failures? We're talking about.
Let's just quickly do this. Yeah, Klopp has been. He's been to 3 EFL Cup finals, and he's won 1/3 of that. He won. He won 2022, 2024, lost in 2016. Yeah, he's been to 3 Champions League finals. Liverpool winning 1 of them, losing 2. Yeah. So he's won 2 EFL Cups, and so that's 3 out of 6 so far. He's been to an FA Cup final and won that, so he's won 4. So 7 finals so far, 4 wins. Then you've got the Super Cup, and then you've got the FIFA Club World Cup. So that's what? 9 cup finals and 9 cup finals and 6 wins. Losing 2 Champions League finals and a League Cup final. And he's won a league title.
About him as a pedigree manager who can come in and absolutely deliver the serial winning stuff that Brandon wants.
Because right? The point you just made is perfectly made for me. Failure is part of success.
Yes, it is. Failure is part of the journey to create success. It's not success.
Failure is failure.
Failure is
you
not
win
success.
or you lose. Nobody remembers the losers, bro.
It's definitely part of success. Definitely.
Since when?
If you look at Michael Jordan once said, no one cares about all the shots that he missed. It's about the shots that he took and the.
When you hear this argument from Stricto, this is a defense for failure. Yeah? All the failings, this is his defense. Well, failures, part of success, man. You get on the way up. You know what I mean? Like, really? You're going with that? This guy got 6 years. 6 years he's been here. Yeah? He's only been to 2 finals. He finally got to a final with his own team, and this is what he delivered us. You couldn't make this up. And now man's trying to do the whole, failure is part of success, man. Yeah, honestly. You know what I mean? Honestly, you just...
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f*** you think you is?
Klopp is a world-class manager. Quick pressing, attacking football. His trophy shows how decorated he is. Teta was an assistant coach at City before Arsenal. Comparing the two is insane. Yeah, Arteta was better off staying at City. He won more trophies. And we could have had somebody in, at least, that could have challenged for those to a level where they actually get over the line. Like I said, I don't expect a manager to walk into this club and win every single trophy every single season. It's not going to happen. But I'm sorry, going 6 years in the manner that we have and what we've had to see around it, no. Sorry, no. Shots
that he got points in. All I'm trying to say is, yes, I wasn't happy with Sunday.
How many finals has Arteta got to? Two.
Hold on. How many what?
How many finals has Arteta got to? 2. Klopp got to that in his first season with Jay Spearing him.
He lost them. He lost them.
Yeah, and he lost them. But guess what? He won everything, bro. How many has he won?
Point
How
is
many
at
finals
some
he
point,
won?
failure has to turn
No,
to
but he
success.
lost
How many has he won?
Now's the time.
Klopp, let me make this clear.
You can't compare the two. You compared them.
Klopp is a superior manager to Arteta.
So why'd you compare them then?
I make.
So wouldn't you agree that we should have got Klopp in the first place? I mean, Wenger stayed too long anyway, but you know, I mean, see, these men will want to eventually admit that Klopp's superior. You know what I mean? I wonder if Egal thinks the same way, because he has it in his brain that Arteta is a better manager than Hansi Flick. He has that in his brain. Don't know how. You know what I mean? I mean, you see that shit and you're like,
you ain't going too goddamn far now.
It's clear, but the point I'm trying to make is,
okay, should we go to Leicester then? What about Ranieri? What about Brendan Rodgers?
These guys have been managers longer than Arteta. What are you talking about?
Cool. Which is why he should never have got the job.
What are you talking about? Why he's got the job?
Yeah, and the reason he's still here is because fans are sitting there,
unless you bring
gassing this up when it don't matter.
A manager that started their management the same time as Arteta and has achieved more. Bring them.
Arnie Slot.
Okay, cool. Let's go and get Mateus Giselle then. Let's go and get Mateus Giselle. You don't know who that is, bruv. Let's go.
Right, I'm not interested in this bit. I just want to get to when Kenny Ken comes in, and then I'll move on to the next video.
Like I pointed at you, I said there are.
You're talking to all of us, so I'm responding to you. You called us all ungrateful. The others could speak up for the. No, you said we were ungrateful.
Carabao Cup.
City in the final.
Hang on, Lee. I'm a negative fan. I even expected Arsenal to win too. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, I want to cover this bit because this bit was interesting.
I'm trying to find.
Okay, can I just ask you a question?
Go on.
We go back 3 weeks ago, prior to the Man City Cup final. How many trophies did you think Arsenal were going to win this season?
Say that. So repeat that again, bro. I didn't quite hit the last part.
Prior to the Man City Cup final.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. How many trophies did you think Arsenal were going to win this season?
2.
Thank you. Right. You even he expected 2 trophies. All right.
Yeah. Cool. Did you Arsenal to beat Man City in the final?
Hang on, Lee. I'm a negative fan. I even expected Arsenal to win 2. I'm pretty sure Lee expected Arsenal to win at least 2. Dan, Sophie, Kenny.
I did as well. I said, I'll even go a step further. Yeah. Because you guys know me. Yeah. I've been saying since 2023, I said, win me a double that involves the league or the Champions League. Yeah. And I'll be Arteta in. Yeah. Then the stakes raised as he was failing. Yeah. Because I said 2024. Yeah. Just win a double. Yeah. Win a double. 2025, I said, I want a treble now. After what I saw, the stakes keep rising, yeah. And so I said, if he wins a treble, I'll be Arteta in, yeah. But then this season, for how the season played out, when we got to the EFL Cup final and everything like that, yeah, I even said, y'all heard me when I said it, yeah.
I've seen him do it.
I said, if he wins the EFL Cup and the league title, and that's it. Oh, it's 4-0. Oh, it's 4-0. Mavropanos again, you know. Man like Mavropanos with a brace. Jesus. But I said that if he wins the EFL Cup, if he beats Man City for that EFL Cup, and then he goes on to win the league, and it's just those two, I'll flip-flop. You guys heard me when I said it, that I'll flip-flop. Yeah?
Flip-flop is your shit.
I said I'll flip-flop and I'd say I'll be Arteta in if he does that. Yeah? So that means we'd get kicked out of the FA Cup at some point and the Champions League at some point. But we win those two. I'll be Arteta in if he does that. Because now you're showing me something. Yeah? And then he failed, didn't he? He failed. So I said, all right, okay. You better pick up that FA Cup and take that league title in. Yeah? And you go get that Champions League. You do what you can to try and get those. Failed at the FA Cup. And we had no Premier League sides in the FA Cup. So the stakes now is for me to be able to win the league and the Champions League. Because one's not enough now. Yeah? Even going into this season, the way things were panning out, I'd expected at least 2. I'm not delusional enough to say, oh, I want the quad. You know what I mean? Failed.
So the disappointment comes from, right? Mikel Arteta and Arsenal put ourselves into such a great position where expectations changed throughout the season, right? Where we was in a quarter-final of an FA Cup, a final of a Carabao Cup, pretty much into a semi-final of a Champions League, and we're top of the Premier League, right? And the disappointment comes from the fact that we're now only probably going to win the league. And we have an opportunity there to win multiple trophies.
But Brendan, who's not disappointed? I get this thing like everyone thinks Arsenal lose. Oh yeah, Stricto's happy. Yeah, give. I don't quite get it. I think
no, you said we were ungrateful.
No, I think there's definitely a balance.
Which is very judgmental, by the way. You don't really know me to call me ungrateful.
Again, what's that old saying? If the shoe fits,
my mum would argue with that fact.
I don't think it's ungrateful to demand trophies. Hold
on 1 second, Brendan. Sophie, again, for the second time, I never directed anything at you, but you.
Right, let me just go on to what Kelly Ken says because he starts spitting. Right.
So let me just come in. What you just said is what I've been fired at for a long time, because there's loads of Arsenal fans, and maybe you're included in that you love to say how big a club we are, we're bigger than Tottenham, bigger than them. When you talk about ungrateful, that is what Arsenal Football Club have reduced us to, because our history for a big club is a disgrace. 53 1970, no bloody trophies. 1971 to 1981, no league. 2004 to 2000 and counted, no league. Unless we.
And then when you go back in time, or when I say go back in time, but when you think back in those times, all throughout the 1960s, no trophies for Arsenal. The Arsenal fans that had to put up with that back then, no trophies. You know what I mean? That's like the worst period of Arsenal. Yeah. These trophy drops, these title drops, you know what I mean? It's been an absolute shambles. Damn! And now today, look what we're living in today. You know what I mean? We're talking about 6 years. But you look at what's been going on in that time. Just getting gang starts. I would stop doing collabs if I was him, fly solo.
Act like a big club and stop being grateful and say demand success, which big clubs do. We're never going to be where we should be, because my biggest concern is we'll win the league, we'll celebrate it, and then nothing for the next few years, because that is Arsenal's history. For us to be a big club, we've got to change that and be like Man United, be like Liverpool, and be a proper big club. And
I'm with what Kenny Ken's saying. Yeah. The best thing that this manager could do, really, regardless if he wins the league, Champions League, whatever, yeah, is leave on a high. Let somebody else take over.
Go in Europe and dominate. Unless we change the mentality, it's not just some of the fans, it's the club in general, then we are always going to be the Bank of England club, the Arsenal. We've got to stop that, bro. We've got to stop that and own our size. Yeah, let's be. Let me finish. I want you to feel that we should win every game. I want you to feel entitled, because Man United fans feel entitled, Liverpool fans have felt entitled, PSG feels entitled. You can't be a fan of Arsenal and have a Portsmouth mentality.
Facts. Now let's go on to this next one. Yeah. Which is Dan Potts Egal. And I watched this today. I thought
better that we did.
I'll whisk through it a little bit.
Max Dowman scoring that goal for taking it the whole pitch. You were even probably going on your stream saying we're gonna do it.
Of course.
So what changes 2 games?
Now, if let's say he wins the league, I'd only give him another shot if he was to win the Champions League with it, because you can't show me that you can just scam your way into this league title with the teams around us being how they are. We know everybody else is going to get better. This football won't get better than this. Yeah, know what I mean? He'll do worse than Slot next season. He won't. I can't see him defending this league title for shit. I saw him lose a league title to Slot when he should have dominated it. Everybody said Pep needs to leave. Pep as good as left last season, and look what happened. You know what I mean? Portsmouth mentality, that's generous. We ain't winning the Champions League. I don't expect us to. I don't expect us to. I could see us getting palmed in that if we get to the final. You know what I mean? If this football didn't work for the EFL Cup, it ain't gonna work for the Champions League. Yeah. So unless these men are gonna play completely open attacking football and whatever, I can't see if we can do that in the EFL Cup final. What are we gonna do in the Champions League final? You know what I mean?
Games, every game doesn't. We need to relax
because losses. What
okay,
it does.
Let me be a therapist for 2 seconds, guys. Sit down, relax, breathe, understand that not every single performance is going to dictate what's going to happen for the rest of the season. That Southampton game is not indicative of what's going to happen for the rest of the season. That Man City game is not indicative of what's going to happen for the rest of the season.
But if we'd have smoked City 5-0 in that cup final, wouldn't you be saying that the league is definitely done based off that? Come on now, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
For example, Man City, yes, we played a very good team and we got outdone on the day. Southampton.
Hang on a minute. No, whoa. Hang on a minute. Hang on.
I beg your pardon?
And I've been saying how City have been, inconsistent all season. They're not the same City side, blah, 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 and all this stuff, yeah? We've seen Bearman do this, yeah?
Do it.
Now suddenly it's a very good side because we lost to them. No, we're not doing that. We ain't doing that. We lost to a side we shouldn't have lost to in the cup final. Simple as.
We played a weak inside and we got outran for that day. Those are 2 terrible performances. I expect this team to bounce back versus Bournemouth. I expect this team to bounce back versus Sporting tonight. And I don't think
I agree.
I don't think as a fan base we need to lose our heads after every.
Okay, I agree. I expect to see a response against Sporting and against Bournemouth. And
if he wins the Premier League and Champions League, I would give him another shot. Simply because he's shown alongside winning the Premier League, even playing this haram football, that he has shown, he is about that life. But if he was to say, I'm going to leave from that, I'd be all for it. You know what I mean? I'll eat my hat if we did. I'm gonna have to find something that I would do if he was to get over the line. That's what everyone calls it. That's what everyone calls it.
And I expect to see us beat Manchester City at the Etihad, which I'll come on to in a sec. But let me ask you this. Maybe you'll understand this a bit better if I explain it this way. If I would have said to you, Egal, the reason that I am still calm is because...
Right, I'm just going to go to the toilet. I was going to leave that playing, but I'll just play my, my commercial break. I'll be right back.
To achieve what we want, but...
I know we can't keep you long, so I'll be enthusiastic about what's to come and what the potential of this club is with the work you're doing.
Yeah, more than ever, because I see them daily. I see how hungry they are, the quality, the talent, but most importantly, the connection that we have within the club and how much we are willing to do whatever it takes to win for this football club.
Stop the cap.
And obviously, all the people that support our football club. So it's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best. It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Say it again.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Say it again. I double dare you, motherfucker.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient.
Shut the fuck. Shut.
Fucking fool. Fuck off.
To achieve what we want, but
I know we can't keep you long, so I'll be enthusiastic about what's to come and what the potential of this club is with the work you're doing.
yeah, more than ever, because I see them daily. I see how hungry they are, the quality, the talent, but most importantly, the connection that we have within the club and how much we are willing to do whatever it takes to win for this football club.
Stop the cap.
And obviously, all the people that support our football club. So it's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best. It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Say it again.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Say it again. I double dare you, motherfucker.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient.
Shut the fuck. Shut.
Fucking fool. Fuck off.
To achieve what we want, but
I know we can't keep you long, so I'll be enthusiastic about what's to come and what the potential of this club is with the work you're doing.
yeah, more than ever, because I see them daily. I see how hungry they are, the quality, the talent, but most importantly, the connection that we have within the club and how much we are willing to do whatever it takes to win for this football club.
Stop the cap.
And obviously, all the people that support our football club. So it's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best. It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Say it again.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Say it again. I double dare you, motherfucker.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we'll do all our best.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient.
Shut the fuck. Shut.
Fucking fool. Fuck off.
To achieve what we want, but
I know we can't keep you long, so I'll be enthusiastic about what's to come and what the potential of this club is with the work you're doing.
yeah, more than ever, because I see them daily. I see how hungry they are, the quality, the talent, but most.
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I'm back now. And yeah, let me just get to your comments. I really do need to come with a better, what do you call it? Interlude. We're definitely not winning the league after watching this. Yeah, they were so hungry in the EFL final. Exactly. You know what I mean? Where was that? You know what I mean? Big up Static. That's what I mean. He gives it all this talk, then when it really mattered the most, you know what I mean? When it really mattered the most. That's what I mean. And that was after last season, I believe, as well. I did a whole video about it. I know you came in and you were like,
I'm waiting.
But anyways, let's carry on with this.
We've won the Carabao Cup. So although we've gone out to Southampton, I'm a bit frustrated. I love the FA Cup, but we have got one across the line. The reason people are losing their minds is we better bloody win. And they can't look back now and say, we've already done it. And I said this so many times in December, January, and in February. Win in March, we win again in May. And we haven't been able to get across the line. I just want this guy to win something. I just love him to win something. I'd love nothing more than him to do a double. I want him to win the Premier League at the bare minimum. But my question mark is, can he?
Do a double doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Could do one, could do two. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, and it doesn't mean we're going to lose it all when we lose to Southampton and Man City. But at least I could have said, do you know what? We've won something, so I believe now that he can get across the line, and I still don't know that this guy can, and that's my big problem. So let me ask you this: the Man City game. I know we're looking ahead, and we got to be.
Nothing I say can prove to you that he will, Dan. Though that's the
no, and nothing that I can say will prove to you that he won't. But all I can do is go on evidence.
Well, we unfortunately, Egal, we've got history on our side of this manager failing at every hurdle. You've got nothing on your side but just pure hope because you see us do two bit of good things. But we're not the only ones getting let down. You're getting let down as well every single time. So, but we'll see what happens differently this time.
That's all I can do. Yeah, I can only go on evidence and say he's not really good at getting across the line, is he? He keeps failing. Whereas you believe.
But there's context behind that evidence.
For 10 years ago, I still believe in.
No, stop. Listen, Dan. It's a 22-year curse that this team is trying to break. It's not just Arteta. The whole team, every single person involved in the club, is trying to break a 22-year curse.
So here's where this is a precursor to the excuse if we don't get over the line. It's a 22-year curse, mate. It's hard, you know. It's not easy. It's not easy to win league title after 22 years, mate. This is a precursor that you're about to hear right now. Yeah? Understand, people.
Since we moved from Highbury to the Emirates, we have not won a Premier League trophy. And that is just a hard, cold fact. As a big club that we are, our new stadium has not seen the ultimate silverware. And that is not going to be easy to overcome. He has to overcome a fan base.
This season it should be really nice.
West Ham won 4-0, by the way, guys.
But this is why I asked the question about entitlement, because it's not a situation where
I'm entitled.
I think at times you come off as if
okay.
We have a God divine right to win multiple league titles a year.
So do you want me to give you the understanding of why I'm not entitled? Right?
Okay,
this is why I'm not entitled.
Entitlement, not in the sense of you believe everything is supposed to come to Arsenal.
I'm not entitled.
I would describe myself as entitled more than anything. That big ass stadium that we're in. Yeah, we left hybrids going up. Yeah. When I had to see Man United do all this dominating and then Chelsea join in on that, yeah. And then I'm seeing Liverpool get back into the mix, and then Man City's dominating. I want some of that too. Yeah, I want some of that too. Yeah. I've seen Chelsea retain league title. Man United have obviously been doing it. City are doing it. You know what I mean? I want some of that. I've won a double since 2002, yeah? Chelsea have done doubles since then. Man City have done doubles and trebles since then. Liverpool have done doubles since then. Technically, you could say a treble as well, because the in 2020 season, 2019-2020 season, they won the Super Cup, Club World Cup, and then won the league title. Yeah? Liverpool almost won a quad in 2022. I want some of that too. Even after Fergie retired, Man United won 2 trophies in the same season in 2017. I want some of that too. Yes, I'm entitled. Yeah? We didn't move into that stadium for nothing. Yeah? I'm entitled.
Entitled enough to believe that we should be winning trebles every season.
But I do think the remarks that he better win the Champions League or he gets sacked.
No, I never said that. I never said that. He needs to win the Premier League. He needs to win the Premier League, otherwise he should be sacked. Unless he wins the Champions League, right?
Last year when we were in the semi-final, did you say he needs to win the Champions League or get sacked?
No. What? When was that? What, last season?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Egal, you want me to be brutally honest? I think you know. I would have sacked this guy 4 years ago. Yeah? You know me. I'm not going to lie and flip-flop now. I'd have got rid of this guy. Yeah.
Well, you guys know me. Like I said, y'all know my requirements. Yeah. If I'm seeing this manager get to a semi-final with all that money spent, I'm expecting you to go on to win it, whatever it is. Yeah, everybody's sucking you off that you've done all this. Oh, Arsenal have kept clean sheets in the Champions League. They've done this, they've done that. Yeah. Okay, I'm expecting trophies on the table now. I'm not seeing it. All that means fuck all to me if I'm not seeing the trophies on the table. And you've got Egal turning around and saying about how what was it that he about Hansi Flick. Yeah. Talking about how Arteta's a better manager than Hansi Flick. And then he saw Hansi Flick lose to Atletico Madrid, the same team we beat 4-0. Okay, by that logic then, we should be in the final now. And we should beat Bayern Munich if it's them. Because, we've beaten Company already. You see how other fans uphold the standards, but then when he fails, they want to come up with excuses. Every single time.
Yeah, because I didn't believe he was good enough. And I'm still waiting for him just to win me a damn bloody Carabao Cup 7 years later. So when I look at it now, realistically, the reason I don't feel that I'm an entitled fan is because I was born in 1987 and I saw us winning. I was very spoiled. I was very grown up. You can all be spoiled if you want. That's fine. That's probably a better word. I was spoiled. I was a spoiled brat when I was young. So I wanted everything and I was winning everything. Then I got to the Emirates era and it started to go a little bit pear-shaped. I've now waited 22 years for a Premier League title, over 30 for any form of European trophy, and over 30 for just a damn League Cup. I've now waited 6 years for an FA Cup. So when you're a Manchester City fan, you're entitled because you won another Champions League, I can say, you spoilt brats, entitled bunch. You've won the last bloody 20 in the last 10 years. That is entitlement.
You know, going back to your comment, Red Bull Vodka, Egal should go support Leyton Orient if he wants to think like that. This is the thing. These men have the mentality of Leyton Orient. Arsenal's not the club for these men, but they'll tell fans like us, go support Spurs and all that shit. Yeah? But the same people that will say go support Spurs or whoever, or go support somebody else, they have the same mentality as Leyton Orient fans. Yeah? Fans that support small clubs that are going nowhere, yeah, and they're not even thinking about winning trophies. They're just thinking about surviving, just being in the conversation. It's just the same shit we're going through now, just being in the conversation. Yeah? Arsenal's not the club for fans like this. It's not. Being top of the league for most of the season qualifiers, being entitled, only manager is the score fine. Only manager is the score finals. These men that will try and talk, even have the gall to talk like that. I mean, oh, you're entitled, mate. Well, you keep finishing fucking second, and you're turning around saying, oh, but you're entitled because you expect to win all the time. Eh? If Teta was shell-shocked in Caramel Cup, why are we expecting what was the Champions League final? This is what I mean. This is what I said earlier. If we can perform like that in the EFL Cup final, we're getting cooked in the Champions League final if we get there. I'm telling you, if we get to the Champions League final, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't think I'll even go to a fan park. I went to the fan park for the EFL Cup final, and I had to see that. Yeah? I didn't even get to celebrate a goal. Yeah? We haven't scored in the EFL Cup final since Van Persie in 2011. Yeah? Ridiculous. I just do a watch along at home for the Champions League final if we got there. Yeah? And I just have to brace myself. I might even have to get drunk on stream or some shit beforehand. Yeah? Just to try and ease the pain. Because who would have thought Inter Milan last season would have got smoked 5-0 in the Champions League final like that? Yeah? We will get opened up, yeah, in a final. Our first with these set of players, our second in our history, a bottle of a manager taking you to a Champions League final. Boy, telling you, we are getting smoked if we get into the final. I'm telling you.
Entitlement from Arsenal fans. We've been a very patient fan base. Okay, we believe in trusted process. We're apparently in phase 5 of only bloody 10 phases, wherever it is. We're very patient. I'm not entitled, man.
Dan,
I'm not entitled.
Last time I messaged you, we spoke about something. We spoke about Arteta, right?
Yeah.
We're cool to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what you said, but you can say it. I don't care.
Last time you messaged me, you said you said your manager better get over the line. I'm like, is he not? Is he not your manager also? Because after we beat Everton, it's like we might freaking do it, and then we drop, and then we lose to Southampton after losing to Man City, and all of a sudden it's, oh, your manager, not mine. So I just find, I know you have been an Arsenal fan way longer than me. I'm not questioning you as an Arsenal fan.
It's not about that though.
I'm just simply stating that I do think this whole thing where it's like when we're winning, it's like that's what I like to see. That's the team that I like. That's this. And then when they drop points or they lose a game, you push yourself. You try to distance yourself from the team and the manager and the players, and immediately go into the mode where it's like, I don't rate these guys. I don't want to talk about them. I'm not. I don't want to talk about them as if they're my people. They're yours.
When we lose games, I get pissed, right? And I get emotional. And people know my responses. They watch my match reactions. For me, we have to win this league. And I'll tell you this now, and I'll ask you this question.
You know we will.
Huh?
He says we will, That's what he said.
I've seen him do it.
But we're in a comfortable position and we're probably going to win it. But then you keep going back.
I don't know we're going to win the league.
Dad,
I can't really predict the future.
Take me back to the Chelsea game where we drew 1-1. Before we drew that game, you said if we get a 7-point lead, we're going to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
Now there's 7 games remaining, and majority of the season is done. We're 9 points clear, and you're still questioning if.
You know why he's questioning? Because like me, Dan has also been let down every single time he said, if this happens, I believe we'll win the league. Every single time, Dan Potts has been let down. Yeah? Dan Potts will think that if we beat Bournemouth tomorrow and then beat Man City, the title's wrapped up. I personally think the same. Now, are we finally going to get our wish? Or are we going to get let down again? But then, if that doesn't happen, then the narrative is going to be, well, it's hard going to Man City and winning. You can't expect to win every single game. That's what these fuckers say when we lost the cup final and against Southampton. You know what I mean?
We're going to win the league. But back then, you said a 7-point lead was enough to say you're going to win the league. Now with 9 points, you're still not comfortable. To me, I don't know what you want. 9 points is not enough for you. You want 15.
No, I'll tell you what the difference is. Back then, I said, if we win this game, it shows me we've got the mental strength to go 7 points clear, and I know we can get across the line in that game to then go on and potentially do it again against Forest and Liverpool. So now 3 times this season, from a negative, pessimistic fan, apparently, I've said Arsenal can win this league if we win this game. Do you know how many times they let me down? 1, 2, 3 times.
See?
Then I went in and said, I think we're winning this.
Did they let you down versus Tottenham?
I don't give a damn about Tottenham. Everyone's
spanking. Did they let you down versus Chelsea?
Everyone's beating Tottenham and Chelsea. I'm talking about when it matters.
Did they let you down versus Aston Villa?
You know when they let us down, Egal? EFL Cup final 2026. Let me down then. The game that really mattered. Yeah? The game that was a title decider. That game. Yeah? That's when they let me down. Never mind beating Tottenham and all that shit. They let me down then. That's where they let us down.
Do you know what? You're picking games we've won. I'm picking the games that have concerned me. Not the games we beat Milan 3-0 away, we're already through. Not when we beat Tottenham like everyone does by 3 and 4.
What about Bayern?
Bayern Munich was an unbelievably good game. There was no pressure on that game. No pressure whatsoever. So I'm talking about the games that were pressure. I'm talking about games that concerned me. 2-0 up against
Second leg, Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Huh? Second leg versus Leverkusen.
Yeah, I'll be doing a watch along for it tomorrow. I'll be here. I'll go live about 12:15. Give a 15-minute window before the game starts.
Very impressive. Very impressive. In fact, but should we really be losing to Leverkusen in the Champions?
No, I'm not working tomorrow. I don't work weekends.
Champions League?
No, but we managed the game, controlled it.
We did. I thought we were excellent. Do you know what? I'll go as far as to say it's one of the better of the Champions League games. In the Premier League, when we're trying to win this competition, I have seen very concerning games. I've seen good games. But I've seen when it matters, when the pressure is on, I have seen us slip up, and that is why I'm nervous. Yeah. I'm just telling you, I'm nervous. That's all I'm saying.
I understand the nerves. I understand the nerves. That's why I'm here, because I hear your nerves, but I also want to balance you out and say you're ignoring the good, you're forgetting the positive, you're ignoring everything that has gone for us. Because with everything you are saying, remember that Manchester City dropped points in their last 2 Premier League games. With everything that you're saying, remember.
And then beat us in a cup final, which is going to give them the utmost confidence to then see out the rest of the season to see what they can get from that. And then they went and smoked Liverpool 4-0. What are we doing here? You know what I mean?
That this Man City team is knocked out of the Champions League. Remember that these teams that you are concerned about are in worse situations than us, and we are a better team than them. We should go into...
I beg your pardon?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Anyways.
To these games with the understanding that we are who we are this season, and if our best players are available, and even if we need to rotate a couple players here and there, we should have enough to get over the line for this Premier League title. And I don't think that is necessarily a problem. I think at this moment in time, you have more concerns about the past couple of years repeating themselves than actually what's in front of our eyes.
I've got PTSD, I bet it. I've got PTSD. 100% I have. 100% I have.
This is how you know these managers operating off copium, hoping that this manager is going to get them over the line, get Arsenal over the line so it suits them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Honestly, you might support Leighton Orient, man.
Wish I didn't. I wish I could say, we're worried about the last 2 years for. We're going to go win all 7 games. We've won the league. It's done. White flags from City.
We don't even need to win 7. We win 5 or 6. We still win the game.
Even that. I'm worried about Bournemouth.
Mathematically, if we lose to City and we win the rest of our games, regardless, they can't do nothing. They can't catch us.
Okay, let me ask you this question because we're going to close in a minute. How many points are we picking up against Bournemouth and City?
Ideally, I think 4.
Okay.
Ideally 4. Ideally. Listen to the mindset.
So you beat Bournemouth and draw to City?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think we need to beat Man City at the Etihad?
We don't have to beat them, but it would be great if we don't lose.
Okay. Do we have the mental...
See what I mean? That's what a Leighton Orient fan would say if they were coming up against a Premier League side. I mean, we could say what we want about Man City. This is how we're always going to talk about Man City when it comes to the Etihad. From the toxic positive ones. Yeah. Not even they can bring themselves to say that we'll get 6 points the next two games. At least when fans like me are saying it, we're basing it on something. These men are saying it because they know what the deal is. They're just operating off, I hope. Yeah? They'll talk shit about Man City all season, but then when it comes to playing them, I think we'll draw it. Or we'll be looking to win. You know what I mean? Even for the most toxic positives, they're still talking like this. Yeah? And then they'll come at fans like us who are pissed when we don't win that game. Yeah? And then they'll turn around and say, well, it's not easy going to Man City, mate, and winning. That's what they'll do. You know what I mean? You see how these men play it safe?
Strength to beat them at the Etihad.
The way that we played them in the cup final, I think we have to make a lot of changes tactically. But Kepa and Raya is 2 completely different ball games. Personally, for me, I think if Man City were to play with James Trafford for the rest of the season, they would have a better chance of beating us. James Trafford looked outstanding the last 2 games that I've seen him. And the way that they played with the ball, with James Trafford compared to Donnarumma, we might have a better...
We haven't beaten City at the Etihad since my 25th birthday. I'm 36 now. I remember that game. I remember Giroud and Cazorla. You know what I mean? But can this team beat City at the Etihad? Yes, we can. But do I believe we're going to do it based on what I've seen all season? No, I don't. I don't believe we'll beat them. But we should do is the main thing that we should do. And I'll still be pissed if we don't. Yeah? Because number one, you would have at least proved me wrong. That, oh, well, you actually can win there then. Number two, it lays the marker down. You know what I mean? Chelsea fan, eh? You're a Chelsea fan.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
I'm only joking.
Chance of beating them with Donnarumma in goal.
Wow. I mean, I'll be real. I think the Etihad, the best we can hope for is a point. Because I've seen what we do when the pressure comes on. And I think Man City are in form the last couple of games. They've looked very good.
No, but the thing is, Man City need to win. We just need a draw.
Yeah, but that's the...
Can't be going about it like that. See, this is what we did in 2024. You know what I mean? This is why you had James, who was on FTV, like celebrating that we drew the game. We can't go about it like that. This is how you know as well that this manager might turn up there and just get proper defensive and play for 0-0. Yeah, play them at their own game, like in the cup final. Apart from City actually went for us in the cup final. You know what I mean, I really want Spurs to get relegated. I do. At this point, I do. Fuck them. I don't think they will though. You know what I mean? I don't think they will. It's not that we can't, it's the bloody manager. The time we beat them 5-1 Marseille Calfrey with our transitional threats, don't know why Teta overcomplicates life. That's what he does. He makes everything difficult. That doesn't need to be difficult. Does it all the time.
The wrong mentality to have. We've got to go there and beat them and kill them off.
The mentality is we're 9 points clear. You better not fucking lose.
Yeah, exactly. But we better not lose. We better not lose. Do you know what I'm saying? We better not lose this game at the Etihad. Because
anyways, I want to transition over to Andy Goldstien. Yeah, this guy, this Adam 22 having ass. Yeah, I want to transition over to him. I haven't seen the full clip, so this is the first time I'm actually seeing it in its entirety. Yeah, but this guy's turned around and said he would take Man United dropping out of the Champions League place if it means Arsenal don't win the league title. Tell me you're a cook without telling me you're a cook.
You don't find that suspicious?
Let's listen.
Corner where we pay tribute to.
Oh, I don't want the music playing. Hold on.
10 minutes more than I did that season.
Doesn't matter.
And of course, Martin doesn't like people having fun or taking fun from
people
losing their demise.
It doesn't like you.
Doesn't like people losing their fun of demise. 3 games whole season.
No, but listen.
2 throw-ins and an indirect free kick.
Legend. He's an Arsenal legend.
Well, he's taking the fun out of people's demise. Mikel Arteta spoke to the media last night without moving his forehead, and he said the result
what's going on here?
Right, I don't know when he says it. I just want to get into when he admits that he's a cook.
What I don't understand is why Arsenal fans can't understand that.
Well,
I don't that they would lose, but many people, including me, decided to watch Arsenal in the hope that they would lose. Okay. Now,
quite embarrassing.
What I don't understand is why Arsenal fans can't understand that. I don't get that, because this isn't the first time it's happened. It's every team that runs away with the Premier League. So I had lots of it in the 90s and the noughties with Man United. Liverpool had it the year they nearly won it, and then won it. Man City have had it for a lot, and now it's your turn. I don't get why Arsenal fans, including you, and more so including Martin Keown, can't understand why it happens. I don't get that.
No, but the other thing is, last night.
So I'm assuming they're talking about, can't get the fact that teams don't want Arsenal to win.
Real Madrid Bayern is like the game. That should be a Champions League.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't have a dog in that fight.
Yes, but you just said it then. No, I won't say they were poor.
They weren't great.
At that time, hadn't lost
okay,
not with that so much spite.
So in my world, third is 6, is 8, is 5th. It makes no difference.
Yeah.
I know with third comes Champions League football.
You're thinking Man United finish top 10 if it meant Arsenal not winning the league.
I'd happily finish 6th if Arsenal don't win the Prem.
10th?
Yeah, or 10th.
I beg your pardon?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
So I found it. Who do you think will get relegated if Spurs door? I think West Ham stays up. So you think Leeds? I don't know. Will go down. It'll probably be Leeds. And Leeds are in the FA Cup semi-final now as well. So I think it's going to be Leeds or something. Leeds or West Ham. Then again, Forest still within the shout, but I just think that teams around Spurs are just going to be shit enough to just keep Spurs up. You know what I mean? Oh, I've read that one already. But anyways, let's listen to Andy Goldstien, aka Adam22.
Sam, that is the definition of hate.
It's not hate, right?
It is.
It's for 2 reasons. One, the way I was brought up with football, if you're not first, you're last. So it's like, I'm not going to celebrate second.
No, but that's a ridiculous saying.
Well, it's not.
Well, okay, if Brentford finished second, are they celebrating that?
You missed the first part of that paragraph, which was how I was brought up
with football. But still,
with Man United, okay, I've been brought up with my team.
Okay, fair enough.
If we don't win it, we've lost it.
Right.
So I'm not going to I won't celebrate second or third. Brentford would celebrate 5th.
You a liar. This Joe, how many times you come in here singing and dancing all of a sudden?
Yeah,
Man United third.
Why the fuck you lying?
Now. Singing and
Why
dancing.
you
Can't
always
win over there.
lying?
I've never said. I've never come in here. Can't win about. Yeah, try and find it, Jack. It doesn't
were
exist.
absolutely buzzing when you like, oh, we might catch Liverpool. Oh, do you know what? I think we might get third.
Yeah.
You even said to me, hey, would you rule us out winning?
You know what? I think I remember hearing him say something about, Man United catching somebody anyway when they were climbing up the table.
I've seen him do it.
You know what I mean? This guy.
In the league.
Yeah, because I want to win the league. But us finishing above Liverpool is for comical value, right? Because like Darren Lewis or Liverpool fans listening. But if we don't win it, but I would. But do you understand that I would rather finish outside Champions League if it meant for comedy value that you've been top all season, you've been second, and now you're second again.
I get it, right? From a certain standpoint, I do.
Cook mentality. All these man twerk for Man City. You know what? Right? I'm going to say this right now. Yeah? I'm going to say this right now. Yeah? And this might be, you might all hear me say this and you might think, I'm going to say this right now. Yeah? Anything that we can't win, I want Man City to win it. Let me explain. Yeah? Everybody is on this. Any team but Arsenal. Yeah? All these other fans, it don't matter if they're League One, League Two, National League, don't matter. Yeah? Championship, don't matter. They all want Man City to win the league. They all want Arsenal to lose to whoever they're playing. Yeah? Okay. We're not in the FA Cup, obviously. I want Man City to win it. Because Southampton will celebrate if we don't win the league. All these teams will celebrate City beating us to the league title. Everybody gets on board to go against us. Fine. Okay. For whatever we can't win, the FA Cup in this instance, I want Man City to win it. I don't care if they're playing Leeds in the final. Well, I'd want them to beat Chelsea anyway, if it got to that. Yeah? I want Man City to win it because all you want Man City to win every single time. So I want Man City to win it. Yeah? How about that? How about Man City win if we don't win it? How about Man City win everything if we don't? Because then you can all feel the wrath of not being able to win something because Man City have. We know everybody gets over it in 48 hours when Man City won trophies anyway. Because Man City aren't that important like that. Yeah? So yeah, anything we can't win, yeah, I'll vote for Man City to win it. Yeah? Fuck all yous. All yous. From Bournemouth all the way down to Wolves. Yeah? Alphabetical order. Yeah? It's fuck all y'all. Because y'all are all on board with Man City. Okay, cool. Let Man City take everything from you then. Fuck yous. IG, in the scenario, Teta gets sacked. Who's your top 3 replacements? Flick, Enrique, Diego Simeone. They're my top 3. I agree. So we against all of them too. Goes off City to win. Yeah, fuck everybody else. Everybody else can get fucked. If we can't win it, City can win it. Yeah? No matter who it is. Everybody's against us anyway. They're all against us. Everybody's against us. Everybody twerks for Man City. So, okay, we'll twerk from them. Fuck them. I'm rooting for Man City for the FA Cup. I don't care who they're playing. If Leeds get to the final, yeah, go Man City. Go beat them. Yeah? Because these same Leeds fans will be praying that you win the league title so that it stops us. Fuck everybody. Man City can be my second team like that. Yeah? So let Man City win the FA Cup. Yeah, let them win it. Let them win it. Have it. Fuck them. We'll get over it in 48 hours. It's no biggie. As long as nobody else touches it. Fuck them. Chelsea fans already rolled over for City in Sunday's game. I get what you're saying, YG. This is what I mean. Chelsea fans say, oh, please, beat us, man. Please. You know what I mean? Fuck them. You know what I mean? Chelsea fans are already thinking about losing that game. They're the next Tottenham. I'm telling you right now. They're the next Tottenham. But yeah, I don't care who. As long as if we can't win whatever it is, yeah, Man City can have it. Fuck everybody. Fuck them all. Yeah? Because that's what they're on. When I watched that FA Cup game at the Emirates, when I went down there, watched at the Emirates, yeah, after that game, Wigan fans were shoulder to shoulder with us, chanting second again, ole, ole. You had Wolves fans chanting second again, ole, ole. Everybody's in on it. Everybody. It don't matter if it's a League 2, it could be a National League side. They'll all get on board, second again, ole, ole. Fine. Fuck all y'all and anything that y'all are trying to win. If we can't win it, Man City, you go ahead and win it. Everybody else, get fucked. That's where I am. Just already bent over one round earlier. Yeah, these men are. I mean, but if it means we still win the league, you know what I mean? If Chelsea are going to get smoked, they're going to get smoked. You know what I mean? Let's listen to a bit more of this. Because, you know what I mean? Andy Goldstien, he's just one of many football fans that think like this.
But whatever happened to just worrying about your own team? Like I wouldn't.
I don't understand that because I do worry about my own team.
No, but you're not.
And that doesn't take the worry away.
No, but you're sacrificing Champions League football.
Yeah.
Shut your bitch ass up.
So that's not worrying about your own team then.
Well, that sentence never makes sense. Don't worry. I don't worry.
So you'd rather Man United don't finish in the Champions League this season. They finish 10th
this season,
and also don't win the league.
Yeah.
See, that's not focusing on your team then. That's focusing on Arsenal.
Yeah. Do you understand, right? Because people like Mike Keown and you and other people I know that support Arsenal, right? What I'm actually implying,
I hear this a lot. I even hear this with my friends. Yeah.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
They all do this. The reason why I don't want Arsenal to win and I want Man City to win is the fans, mate. My friends, mate. I can't stand them, mate. They all say the same shit. The fans, the players, the same thing all the time. Are you guys a bunch of pussies or what? Okay, you've got friends that might tease you that Arsenal won the league or whatever. Really? So it spirals you into depression that much that you'd rather cook for your arch nemesis just so that your friends can't get one over on you. What a bunch of pussies, man. Honestly, absolute bunch of pum-pums. You know what I mean? Oh, it's fans like you, mate. That's why I can't have you win the league. Pussy holes, man. Fucking grow up, man. Fucking lost your pair of balls or something. You know what I mean? This is some weird shit. You know what I mean? You go ask your Man United friends and everybody else why they're cooking for the rivals. Go ask your Liverpool friends and they'll turn around and say, oh, it's the Arsenal fans, mate. I can't stand them. The Arsenal fans, mate. My friends, mate. Fucking pum-pum. I mean, grow up. Fucking.
Is that I'd rather Man City win the league. Now, how mad is that?
I get it. But
I know that that is. It makes me quite ill to say that. Man United fans should never say that.
Someone asked me the other day,
Yeah.
would you rather, if it meant Arsenal didn't win the league, Spurs go down, right? Someone said to me the other day.
Oh, to you?
Right. I said, are you winding me up? I don't care what happens to them. I want Arsenal to win the league. I don't care.
Because you want to win the Prem. Yours is about glory.
Someone said to me, would I take Arsenal winning the Champions League if, say, Spurs had won Arsenal win the league and Spurs won the Champions League? It's irrelevant what they do.
No, but you have said on this show that you'd give up one.
No.
If it meant Spurs go down.
But I'm not giving up trophies.
No, but you said, would you rather win just the Prem or just the Champions League and Spurs go down?
Yeah, one of the big ones. But I wouldn't sacrifice.
Give up that?
I'm not giving up no trophies.
No, okay, what one of those would you give up?
Listen, either one, because I'm winning something big.
So you give up the Prem for Spurs to go down?
No, my point is, because I've got the Champions League.
You can't give up the Prem for Spurs to go
you
down.
understand what I'm
Why
saying?
don't you worry about your own club?
I am.
No, but no, but Andy's trying to catch him out. But Darren Bent is essentially giving up just one. He's still winning something. I mean, personally, I wouldn't give up. You know, I'm freezing up a little bit. Hang on a minute. Can you guys see me all right? Yeah, my tablet. I'm gonna have to. Might have to move this. It's because I've got my cable plugged into my TV, and because my battery is low on this, even though it's charging, it's struggling. So I'm gonna have to disconnect the cable. And yeah. Hold on. Right. I should get some power back now. I should get some power back. Right, hold on.
You know,
I am,
you just stopped the Prem.
No, I'm saying to you, as long as we win one of the big ones, then what happens?
You're a hypocrite because what you're saying is what I've said.
No, because we're still winning.
Yeah, but you're giving up the Prem.
You're sacrificing finishing in the best club.
I'm not giving up a trophy. You are.
No, but we've won one.
Yeah, but you're giving up one. I'm not.
Okay, what's it about? I'll take both.
No, you can't change it for the sake of winning and arguing.
Andy, you'd give up fucking a trophy.
As long as Arsenal win, I don't care what happens to them.
I know, but you have said
you are sacrificing.
Yeah, but I'm not sacrificing a trophy. You are.
But yeah, but you're sacrificing your team in the best club competition.
You're giving up the Prem.
No, I'm not giving up the Prem.
Just said.
Right, I'm here now. Right, I'm here. Yeah, basically, I was extending my screen to the TV and it's plugged in by a wire. And because of that, it takes a lot of battery to do that. So even when you've got a charger, it won't charge. My MacBook battery is on 6%. It's hard to go back up. That's why it's glitchy. Yeah, so I'm struggling right now. Let me see. Share screen. Should be sharing. Cause I've got one more video, and then that's it. I might do it tomorrow. I had one more video, guys. I might do it tomorrow afternoon instead. we can beat them, but they do want last final. But looked like they weren't bothered though. Yeah, I'm glitching. Right, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to end the stream. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. It's easier. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, it's having trouble connecting and everything. Struggling. I'm here now. Yes, tomorrow, guys. I'll do it tomorrow. I was listening in that video as well with Andy 22 Steve. I've got one more video, but I'll do it tomorrow before the watch along. I'll probably go live earlier or something. But anyways, guys, like the video, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. The links in the description below. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the watch along for the Arsenal versus Bournemouth game. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.